prices continue to rise, and farmers say that more and more people are looking to buy their own chickens.
Channel 7's Kayla Christian spent time at a farm in Lone Oak today, and she joins us now with the story. Kayla.
Yeah, Chris, Beth, Flawless Feather Farms says this has been more commonplace since the pandemic, but the demand has increased even more as of late.
I have been familiar with chickens since I was just a little kid, knee-high to a grasshopper.
Cornelius Malone, who has spent years breeding, raising, and selling chickens, says he's not surprised that the price of eggs has been on the rise, in part due to the recent circulation of the bird flu.
There are different kinds of influenza. I think the one we're talking about is the highly pathogenic avian influenza, and this is the one that is wiping out millions of birds.
Glad he hasn't experienced an outbreak on his Flawless Feather Farms, as they have experienced an increase in the amount of people wanting to purchase their stock.
We do sell young chickens and sometimes slightly older birds that would already be in production, but we prefer to sell young birds, which would be pullets mostly, and then we offer cockerels as well.
Malone said most are wanting to raise their own chickens in order to be more self-sufficient.
I think it acts as a great experience. It's an easy food source to have at home as far as the eggs are concerned, or for people who want to have them as table fare. Each hen, let's say, producing 250 eggs per year. That's, you know, you just do 4 hens. That's 1,000 eggs per year.
And avoiding the risk of going into stores and not finding good products, if any at all, or the price being too high.
It's definitely worth it. Not to have the stability, not to have to worry about where your next meal is going to come from.
Now, Flawless Feather Farms says if you're looking to raise your own chickens just to save on egg prices, it's important to do your research on costs like feed, nesting tools, and more to make sure you're actually saving instead of spending more. On your side, I'm Kayla Christian.
Good advice there, and a lot of eggs. Kayla, thanks very much. According to the most recent Consumer Price Index report, the price of eggs has increased more than 50% since last January.